Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to today's webcast. I'm Brian Lewandowski. I'm the support manager at CTC, and the topic today is going to be an introduction to CTC's technical support services. As always, we will take questions during the webcast if they seem relevant. If not, I will address the questions afterwards, either live on the broadcast here or through email or a phone call afterwards. So please know that this will be recorded and it will be available on our YouTube site for viewing at a later date if you so wish. So just a quick overview of some of the topics we're going to cover here. I just want to go over kind of the philosophy and the overview of CTC and our technical support and why we do it, what it means to us, and what it means, of course, to you, our customers. I'd like to cover the industries and the products that we support. It's a very important topic, obviously. You want to know the products you're using, that you're getting from CTC. Do we support them? I want to cover our support staff, some of our qualifications, our background, education, that sort of thing, so you know what kind of team it is that we provide to our customers. And of course, how does it work? If you're not currently using our technical support, how do you begin today? How does it work? So, and then finally, I want to just give some examples of what technical support is. What do we do on a daily basis? What kind of issues do people call in with? What kind of problems? What do we do with our customers and our technical support? So, little overview, our philosophy. This is kind of what drives us to provide this technical support. And the number one thing is to keep you productive. Our jobs here is to figure out how this software works best and figure out how to make it keep working for you so you can continue to design, create, model, draw, draft, whatever it is you are doing. That is your job. Our job is to support you and keep you productive. Second thing is to be really a partner to you. And when you run into a problem in your software, we want you to think of us. We want you to think of us as that partner that can help you get back up and running again, and that we can be that team that you can lean on. And of course, you buy CTC products, Autodesk products, whatever the case may be, we want to back up those products that you purchase. We understand that you can buy Autodesk products just about anywhere and pretty nearly a similar price anywhere, but what do you get with it? Well, you get CTC's entire technical team backing up and supporting those products that you purchase. And with all that, support is many times we say it's the backbone of CTC. It's above all else. It's why a lot of our customers choose to work with us and continue to be loyal to CTC. It's our technical support service. Even if they don't use us for anything else, that technical support is something that our customers continue to rely on. So just a bit of an overview. Our support, it's free and unlimited to CTC customers. And that is exactly what it sounds like. There's no charge for it. There's no counting of how many cases. We're of course not going to sit over the phone and train you for 8 hours. That's not necessarily a technical support. That would be better served through some training, but we don't really keep tabs on this stuff. We just support you when you call in, when you email in, and so forth. This support is provided to any product that you've purchased from CTC, be it an Autodesk product, Bluebeam, or CTC Express Tools. Anything that you purchase from us is supported by our technical team. Just some logistics. We have designated techs scheduled from 8 to 5 Central Time, Monday through Friday. Myself as the support manager, I oversee that. I schedule all those technicians, dedicating representatives to cover all the different disciplines and applications as necessary. So some of the industries and products that we support. CTC is focused on the entire AEC industry. That might sound focused, but it's pretty broad as well, and of course includes the architecture industry. So folks using Revit architecture, of course, we are supporting them That's actually where CTC got its start, was supporting architecture customers, and it was actually advocating and supporting Revit before Autodesk had acquired it. We, of course, support the MEP industry, mechanical, electrical, plumbing, piping, and all those users within Revit, fabrication, you name it, all those different applications. We support that industry as well. Civil infrastructure, of course, that happens to be my background. I'm a civil engineer and worked in the industry for 10 years before working at CTC now, but we, of course, support the entire civil infrastructure industry, and we also support the land surveying and GIS industry. We have specialists that have background in that. Myself, I was a surveyor for 5 years, so that's another big discipline that we support. Of course, structural engineering, we support that, use in Revit structure and other applications. And of course, the construction industry across all of these disciplines, products like BIM 360, Navisworks, things like that. We support all those products and those industries and the ways that contractors are using those products. So all the products, well, I can't list them all here, but of course, here's some of the main flagship products. Of course, Revit, Civil 3D, AutoCAD, most certainly all of our CTC Express tools. That would be the Revit Express tools and the Civil 3D Express tools. InfraWorks, Navisworks, as I mentioned, BIM 360, Plant 3D, and of course new and up-and-coming software that we are a reseller for, be it Enscape or V-Ray or other products that I don't quite have listed here. A whole fleet of products that you'll find in the building design suite, the infrastructure design suite, the plant design suite, or the more recent AEC collections from Autodesk. We support that entire suite, as well as the other products we either create or are resellers for. So a little bit about our technical support staff. Certainly want to know who you're talking to. Are they qualified to assist you? Well, my technical team is made up of 12 plus application engineers, and all of us come from the industry. Like I said, I'm a civil engineer. We have folks coming from all different areas of the industry. They might be technicians or drafters, architects, engineers, surveyors, or BIM and CAD managers. Across that whole AEC industry, every one of our application engineers comes from the industry and is now supporting those in the role that they used to be in. All of our application engineers are certified by Autodesk, by LEED, WISDOT, and a number of other organizations as well. A lot of different certifications that qualify us to be of helpful assistance to you. All of us have backgrounds in design or in construction or a combination of the two, be it inspection, surveying, Revit modeling, drafting, you name it. Many of us have been using Autodesk products for 20 to 25 years, and so we really understand the history and the background of how that was used in both design and construction applications. All of us come from AEC-focused educations, be it universities or tech schools. Many of us from the area here going to some of the similar schools that all of you have gone to as well. And our technical support team, it's made up of the same people who also are CTC's technical consultants, our trainers, our speakers at events like Autodesk University or Midwest University, or any of the other regional events that CTC attends and speaks or presents at. This is one big team, where a diverse group who do all sorts of things outside of just technical support. So how do we communicate? How do we make this happen? You know, it's not just simply a phone call. There's many methods here. And first is our Salesforce help desk and customer portal. This is our internal system to manage all of our accounting and things like that, but it's also has an entire customer-facing portal to it, and this is where we create support cases, and it's where you can interface. So in this customer portal, this is something fairly new that we released. You'll have access to all these cases. You'd also, as the contract manager of your company's assets. You'd have access to that information, be it serial numbers, what have you, all inside that Salesforce customer portal. One of the nice things is, for example, BIM and CAD managers can see all the cases, the support cases that their entire company has created with us. And so they can understand the kind of issues, the problems that are arising at their firm, and they can, be aware of that and address that internally as well. Of course, an individual user, they would have access to their own cases, both current and past cases, all within that Salesforce customer portal. If you don't have access to this yet and you're interested, go ahead and contact your CTC rep and they will invite you. It's not just a public website, you need to be invited to it, and of course credentials to log in and see all of your assets and cases and other things as well. So some of the logistics, how does this technical support work? You call us by phone. There's the phone number. You email us. This shoots the email that you send right into our Salesforce case ticketing system, and it creates a case and you'll get notified accordingly, and then we assign a technician right then and there to address that. We of course use remote desktop. Many issues can't just be talked through on the phone, and so we need to remote into your computer, and it's really straightforward how it works. If I just show you here, if I click on this link, we would send you to this website, and then we would simply, on our end, we would be in this product called Citrix Go to Assist, and we would start a session, and we'd simply read off this number to you right here, and then we're connected. We can see your screen, understand your issue more thoroughly. Of course, many files require us having direct access to them, maybe not just a remote desktop, and so we have a file exchanging system, Citrix Share File, and that's something we use routinely on a daily basis. You take a Revit file, 50 megs, 100 megs, a lot of this stuff can't go through email, and so we have a very simple system set up to do that. And so a little peek at that, what that looks like as well. Here's just kind of the home screen. Many of the different support folders of active and past cases that we've created. A straightforward share file sharing site. So all these methods, you contact us. You can expect response within a few hours. Most of the time it's within a matter of minutes. It kind of depends on the load. Some days we get 200 calls, other days we get 5 calls. So it varies up and down. I staff our support team to take calls and emails and requests as they come in. And so we pride ourselves in a very quick response time, day of, usually within a couple hours, like I said. So how does this work? Well, I give you a phone number and an email and a number of different ways to contact us. So number 1, you contact us. Number 2, you explain your problem. Number 3, we help you. Probably don't even need to state it, but it's just that simple, folks. There isn't a need for anything. There's no charges on it. There's no contract number that you have to specify to us. There's no kind of credentials you have to give us. There's no tallying of anything. You just contact us and we'll help you. It's that straightforward. When you're in a crunch, you're having an issue with your drawing or your model or your software, you need help right then and there, and there's no time to perhaps go talk to your manager and get some kind of access code or something like that. Just call us, email us, we'll help you out. So I wanted to go over a few examples. Our technical support services many different requests, and so if you're not used to it, what are some of those examples? One of the first ones, of course, the software is not functioning. Some command, some routine, some workflow that you're used to, it doesn't work in there anymore. Maybe the new version, something changed in it. Maybe something's broken and you need a service pack. Something isn't working properly. Give us a call. Error messages. How many times do we get error messages? Something crashes, you name it, that error message pops up. Oftentimes it's helpful. Many times not sure where to go with it. Give us a ring. Software crashing or slowness. This is always an issue as software continues to become more robust. the hardware attempts to keep up with it. There's compatibility issues between the software and all the other things running on your computer. So crashing and slowness is always an issue, and there's a lot of best practices on how to handle that. And so we're glad to be in a position to give some of those recommendations to you, as well as troubleshoot why you might be crashing on a particular file or a particular install, whatever the case may be. Many times crashing, different things like this, will make your files and your models and your drawings become corrupt, and there's a lot of different strategies to clean up those files, or perhaps clone those files to make a new clean copy. A lot of different things we can do there. It's a common daily occurrence that we deal with. Licensing and installation. This is something that we routinely assist people with. The licensing is as complex as ever with the change between perpetual licensing and a subscription model licensing. There's a lot of different details involved there, and the management of that licensing as well as the installation can certainly be confusing and error prone at times. So we're glad to assist with any troubles you might be having in that area as well. Version compatibility is a big thing. You take Civil 3D, you take Revit, a number of different products, and the compatibility between these is not always so straightforward. Sometimes in some products you can go backwards a version, other times you can't, and that can cause a lot of problems and a lot of issues. So certainly another example of the type of issues that we deal with. A lot of times it's not necessarily a problem, it's just perhaps you have a different type of project you're getting started on, and you maybe just want to bounce a few things off us. Feel free to contact us and say, you know, I got this project. How would you start this? How would you break up that project? How would you set it up? How would you get started? Like I said, we're not going to sit and train you over the phone for the whole day, but we're glad to give you some tips with what we know to work best, and of course what we've seen in the industry as well. And then a whole host of other compatibility issues with Windows or other third-party applications, be it .NET Framework or Visual C++. All these supporting utilities on your computer play a role in Autodesk products functioning, and so we're glad to assist when that becomes an issue. Many times, obviously, it's a bug or a problem with a product that we don't support, but we're glad to help narrow that down and figure out who the culprit is in the situation. So some of these might look familiar to you. You get one of these, a fatal error, installation, incomplete, all sorts of problems you can run into. We're glad to help, be it you can't get a license for your product, you don't understand how to activate your product, or every time you look at your screen funny you get an unhandled exception. All sorts of different things. This is what we're accustomed to, we're used to dealing with, and this represents many of the issues that we solve every single day. So just want to wrap up here. If you're not a customer right now, feel free to take us for a free test drive. Contact us, send us your issue. We'll be glad to address it. Like I said, we don't keep tabs on this stuff. Obviously, if someone's contacted us all the time and they're not a customer, we need to have a little conversation. But we want you to know what kind of support you'll provide with us before you're a customer. So feel free to contact us and provide us your issue, your problem that you might be having. See if we can help you. Let us know what you think. If you're a current customer not utilizing us, now's the time. You buy products from us, we support those products. It's as simple as that. And in closing, our technical support, it's something we take a lot of pride in. And, it's a sticky, messy thing, software, troubleshooting, fixing software. It's a messy thing, but it's something that we take pride in being very good at, and we want to be here to help you succeed in what you do.